this video I'm going to explain you how you can make use of attachment API. In the previous video I have shown you like whenever a record is created in an instance 1, the same record should get posted in instance 2, and that corresponding record sysID I am capturing in this correlation ID field, right? So in this video I am going to make use of this correlation ID, nothing but the sysID of the record in instance 2, and perform a attachment API. Like whenever an attachment is attached to this record, the same attachment should get attached to the record that is present in the instance 2. For that I will be using this sysID as my bridge, as a connect. Okay, so whenever I am talking about attachment API, the first thing that should come into picture is the attachment table. So there is a particular table called sys_attachment table. Attachment dot list. Okay, this is the attachment table. Irrespective of the table, all the attachments get attached or else get stored in this attachment table. See, for example, if I'll just consider one record, this first record which has a correlation ID. Whenever I attach a attachment here, that get directly stored in this attachment table. Not only the instant table specific, irrespective of any table, like whether it is an incident, instant task, change request, or any type of table that is present in ServiceNow, whenever the attachments are attached to that records, they get stored in this particular table. Okay, the four main fields that are to be remembered in attachment table are the file name, content type, table name, table sysID. So when I talk about the file name is nothing but the label of the file. Content type is nothing but whether it is a PDF or else JPG, PNG. Table name is nothing but it refers to instant table or instant task, change request, change problem, like that. Table name. Table sysID is nothing but the record sysID. For example, this is my record I am considering. I am going to attach one attachment here. I'll just take this and I'll just attach. See, when I have attached here, so for this particular record 160 incident, this is attached. Parallelly, when I just refresh it, see that directly got attached in this table as well. It's not attaching, I can say, it's like it's storing. Whenever it is here, it is the table, whatever it is attaching, it gets stored here. So this is the label that was stored in this file name, and later content type is nothing but I have attached the PDF format, so it was telling application /PDF. Table name is nothing but it is an incident, right? So it is stored, we can say that it's an incident table, so it has mentioned it's an incident table. And it said like table sysID. Table sysID is nothing but it's like a record sysID. For example, if I copy this sysID, this instant 160 sysID, if I would like to know, I'll just copy this sysID, I'll just open a new tab, I'll just paste it here. You can see it is the E9047C, right? E9047C. Okay, this sysID is nothing but the record sysID of the incident. Okay, irrespective, for example, if I'm going to attach another attachment, I'll just choose a file. This time I'll just attach 2 more. Open. Okay, I'll just close. If I go to my table and just do a refresh, so 3 got a 3, we can see the 3 PDFs are here, and it's the PDFs and it is on instant table, and the table sysID is the same. Why? Because the record I am inserting the attachment is the same record. So this is the 160 and here it has one particular sysID. For that instant only I am trying to attach. so the sysID remains same. Okay, this is the basic structure. Now if I would like to attach these all, whenever I'm attaching here based on this correlation ID, this is nothing but the sysID of the record that is present in instance 2, right? You should take this as the base point and it should get attached to that record present in instance 2. Now already in my Brave browser I have my instance 2 open. I have logged in. So I'll just copy this and check the record is present or not. So that I'll start my scripting. This is my Brave browser. This is the instance 2. I'll go to my incident table. And here I'll just search like sysID is, I have already copied that, right? I'll just copy this correlation ID. This correlation ID is nothing but in previous video I'm just capturing the sysID of the record in this correlation ID. So I'll just open that. I'm going to my instance 2. This is my instance 2. I'm just running. So this is the particular record that is referring to. So now the requirement is like whenever an attachment is attached here to this record, that attachment should get reflected in this incident as well. It should get attached to this instant as well. Okay, so this is my instance 2. I'll just open the REST API Explorer to show you how the attachment API looks. REST API Explorer. So under System Website REST, you find the REST API Explorer. Click on it. And so namespace is now API name. I want to select as an attachment API. Okay. Here you got so many methods that you can make use of an attachment API. Now my requirement is to just do a post, right? So I'll just select upload an attachment from a binary request. You can just choose this. When I have selected this, an endpoint have been generated which is stating like API now and attachment / as a file. This is the endpoint I am going to make use of in the instance 1. So when I scroll down, what are the mandatory fields? They are table name, table sysID and the file name. These are the mandatory things I need to specify in my in my business rule, what I am scripting. Okay, these are the 3 things I need, and later on we doesn't require any builder here. Okay, by making use of this endpoint and this, I'll just do the rest of the part in my script. Okay, so I'll just copy this. I'll open my notepad. This is my endpoint. What are the things they said as mandatory? Table name, if you want to make use of this API, these are the mandatory things required. Table sysID and the file name. Okay, so these are the important things if you want to make use of this attachment API to post. So now I'll go to my instance 1. This is my instance 1. I'll just go to my instant table. I'll configure a new business. Right click, configure, click on business rule, click on a new one. Write the name of your choice. date I would like to check it, and I'll just put a filter condition like correlation is mandatory, correlation ID is not empty. I would like to filter off remaining records. Okay, this type of optimization you can do. You shouldn't run on all the records, but you should run on this type of records. You are just cutting down the count. So actions, and it goes nothing you need not write. This is the part where you are going to write the script. Okay, so I'll just toggle this to the full screen. So whenever you write anything regarding this integrations, try and catch block, this type of REST type. Okay, I'll just use it. Try and attach. SSAG is equal to, I'll just this is a basic structure where you'll be getting by using a ServiceNow script as well. Okay, and whatever script you are writing, you are supposed to write in the try block itself. Okay, I'll just format code, and this is a place where I can just write the script. The first part, my logic is like, for example, whenever I am attaching here, it is getting attached in this table, so I'll just do a glide record with this particular sysID. Okay, and later on all this attachment, irrespective of the count, whether it is 2, 3 or 4, I'll try to post them to that incident. So I'll just do a glide record, okay, based on this instant sysID. So here I'll be writing like where check attach line record, and backend name of this attachment table is, okay, it was changed to some italic, means it was selected, the table is there. Now in this I'll just do a add query, check attach store. So with the table name, see, these have its own backend values, right? Table name backend value is table underscore name, table sysID backend is table underscore sys underscore id, content type has its own, and file name has its own backend like file underscore name. Okay, how you can check is that like to configure table. I just do a table, I got table name and table sysID. So table name is nothing, I'll just copy here, so I'm just using my instance, so I'll just write in incident, check attach dot add query, so I just mention this table sysID is nothing but my record sysID, right? I'll just copy this, comma current node. See, I am writing this BR on my instant table, so I am directly using this current records sysID. So current dot sys underscore id, I am just filtering. Next I'll write check attach dot query, while see if I go to my see, I am just doing whatever I have done here. I am just writing the same part in this script. Okay, if this was satisfied, I would like to grab all the attachments on the table. Okay, if check attach dot, this sentence means if some value is present, if this query is filtered, if this query is satisfied and it has shown me some records, then it is nothing but it is not nil, it has some values. So I am just doing like check attach dot nil not equal to, so some records are present. If this condition was satisfied, try to do this following step, come into this loop and do the following step. I'll just declare two variables where file name is equal to, I'll just declare some arrays content type, everything is mandatory to capture whenever I do this integration. So I am just taking all the required details. Where ID. Okay, I just declared 4 variables. Now I'll try to push all the related records into this arrays. Okay, I'll declare a variable where I is equal to 0. Now I'll write like a while loop, because whenever I filtered this, I got some records like a count of 3. So if I do a while loop, all these records I can fetch directly. Okay, it relates to all the bunch of records. When I use a while loop, I can just grab all the details. So I'll just use a while loop now. While check attach dot next. Okay, done. So I have used a query. Now I am going to use a next here. So from here it is like an enter. When I click on an enter in a mouse, right, that's like dot next. So it is going to satisfy if it is next. It's going into this loop. Now I'll just declare like I have used the namings here, right? I'll just use these names. File name, for example, I'll copy this. File name, or if I used an array block, right, I'll just use like this, and I have declared a I, just I'll use that I here. So everything I'm going to push into it. Check attach dot file name dot get value. Did you understand? Normally when I have done this query, it went into this loop, and in this table I have a file name, right? In this is the file name, right? This value I'm trying to grab. For example, file name is there, it went inside, and this is the label I want, so I'm trying to grab the get value. It should apply for all the 3 records, so I am just using a while loop. Next, similarly I'll do this for everything. So whatever I required here, I'll just pushing off to this variables into this arrays. Okay, similarly try to do for all the remaining. Copy and of I, that corresponding content type. So this is the content type, right? This corresponding content type I want to just get that as well. Content as go type to get value. next table sysID is nothing but for example, in this table sysID I would like to grab my correlation sysID. Okay, correlation sysID is nothing but this is the sysID of the record that is present in instance 2. So I would like to use this as the bridge between my integration. So I'll just use this table sysID to get my current records correlation sysID. Okay, Control V of my is equal to current dot, and just I want the backend name of this correlation underscore ID. I'll just copy this. Get value. I'll just take this attachment sysID. Is equal to check attach dot get value. Okay, and I'll just do an I plus plus because caps lock. Okay, for everything it should apply. So one it will go inside, it will grab, and it will be pushing into this record. So I'll get some, if I have 3 records, 3 file names will be there, 3 content types, 3 table sysIDs, and 3 attachment sysIDs will be there. Count is going from 0, 1 to 3. It is going to start, if you know array concept. Okay, normally I have declared all at 0, so not an issue. Everything, the first major part is done. Now the second thing important is you are supposed to write, you are supposed to place the endpoint with which instance you want to integrate. For example, in my notepad I have copied the attachment API endpoint, and these are the 3 fields definitely I am supposed to provide. So I will be doing that in this next part. Okay, now I will use a for loop. Okay, within this for loop is nothing but here I have captured all. Now each attachment should get attached in that instance to record. So for every attachment as an individual record in this attachment table, I will just try to post there. So I will just use a for loop starting from 0, and I will just push them there. How I can do, I will just show you. For I is equal to 0, you can use j as well, new variable, not an issue. I'll just use I, anything is fine. I less than, for example, if there are 3 attachment, remaining all variables also definitely will have a 3, right? So I will take this base, any variable as my base, and write dot length. So I would like to run this loop till this length completes. You can use file name dot length or else content type dot length. Count remains same. Okay, file name dot. Okay, I'll do an I plus plus, means for every record it should run. Now in this I'll just declare my REST message function. Okay, REST message V2, it's a web service I have. I'll just use that. I'll declare a variable of my choice, attachment message is equal to name sn underscore ws, nothing but service or web service, it's a web service dot. From that I would like to choose the REST message V2 function. So it has slanted forward, means italic, and means it has chosen, it is applied. Like now I am going to place the method. It's nothing but the post, right? So I'll just declare that set http method to use a post. Then next you are supposed to set the auth credentials. Okay, nothing but the username and the password. How you can do that? So I'll just presently I don't have the username and password. In this video I'll just show you. This is my instance to write. I would like to have one user. To do my integration, this is my instance too. Okay, I think already I have integration user. Just go back. Or else I'll just I'll just make use of this only. I want to check what are the roles assigned for it. Import admin IDL and SNC platform REST API. If I want to check what it exactly does, I'll go to my ACL table. Sorry, ACL not roles table. So SNC platform, see, this is the role it was given to that member. So he have access to platform REST APIs of table, import set, aggregate API and attachment. So I need this is attachment, right, I'm using. So this role is sufficient for me. It's already added. I'll just save it. I'll just copy this username. I want the password, so I'll just generate a password. Copy, save password. Sorry, only make active as true and don't give any reset to the user. This is the password. Okay, so now it's fine. Now I'll go to my instance 1. Now I need to give the passwords here. Okay, where username is equal to and where password is equal to. So username I have like integration user. I'll just copy and paste here, and I have a password here, right? I'll just paste here. Okay, so it's nothing but in quote I have written, it will consider as a string. That's all. Now I'll just set that into my basic one. Okay, attachment message dot set basic auth. Already I have declared here, so I'll just use username comma password comma password. Endpoint is set, method is set. Later I have given the set basic auth, it is set. The next point is nothing but I need to set the endpoint. Attachment message dot set endpoint. So here I need to give this endpoint. I'll just copy, I'll just paste it here. Endpoint is set. Later I need to specify all the mandatory fields, like I have said, right, these are the 3 important fields that I am supposed to use in this message. Okay, then only directly the attachment is going to get attached. And additional from this, you are supposed to give the content type and accept as well. Okay, I'll show you that. Attachment message dot set header is like a request header. Okay, set request header. Headers are nothing but content type and application JSON. Content type irrespective of the REST message. Method, definitely you are going to use these basic ones. Application JSON. Okay, and the next one is set request header accept. Be specific when you write these because they are important. Try to ignore any spelling mistakes. Don't write any spelling mistakes in this. Try to avoid. Okay, headers were set. The next thing is nothing but you are supposed to set these 3. Okay, I'll write like attachment message dot set query parameter, set query parameter. So first what I have is the file name, right? I'll just copy this. In this file name I'm going to pass, in this file name I'm going to pass this file name. Okay, so I'll write like file name of I. The first, like here I might have 3, right? For example, in this file if I have 3, the first record means I'll just use an increment like 1 after 1. So I have set like 0, it will start with 0. First record it's going to just capture the details, it's going to use it. So I'll just use an I. Okay, next attachment message dot. Similarly I'll just set the remaining as well. Set query parameter. Next they have given me the table name. Just copy. So table name I'll just use as an instant. Okay, I need not change because always I'm writing this on an instant table, right? I'll just say it is an incident. Okay, I just declared off because I am just doing this integration on my incident table. I am just wanted to post a request from instant to instant. So my table name remains same. I am just specifying it directly as an incident. Next I have set query parameter and they have given me one more as a mandatory table sysID. This table sysID, I said already, it refers to the record sysID. Record sysID is nothing but, in my previous exercise I have captured the instance to record sysID in my correlation ID, right? This is the correlation ID. This is the correlation ID, right? So this one I am going to specify there. Already I have declared and I have captured in this correlation sysID. I'll be using this, okay? Be specific when you do. I think mostly done. Later, one important line in this script is this one. Now I'm going to write it. It's nothing but setRequestBodyFromAttachment. With that one command, you can directly establish the thing. Means after this line was declared, we'll do an execute. That is one other more important, but this line is little more important to say. I'll do like attachment message dot set request body from attachment. Once try to check this in Google, okay? Try to Google what is the use of this one sentence. So based on this only we can directly do without using some conversions, okay? So here I am going to specify this variable, nothing but my, where I have captured this here. So in this variable I am capturing the current sysID of the attachment and just grabbing the sysID of that, and I am placing here. I'll just copy, I'll just use it here, okay? Control V, and this should also run for all, right? So one on one, so I'll just specify according to your line count. Done. Most of the part is completed. Now after you did this all, you have to definitely write that, what I can say, that execute function. Without doing that execute, whether you write here or not, it's waste of doing. So I'll write like where response is equal to attachment message dot execute. Please try to execute like, okay? Next I'll write where, it's up to you whether to write or not. I'll want to capture the body as a response. Body is equal to, from this I can directly use this response dot body. And HTTP else you click where HTTP status is equal to response dot get status. Okay, and if possible I'll try to use some logs. If did somewhere it is not working, then we can make use of this. Check status is equal to plus HTTP status. I'm just using this variable here. I'm just trying to. Okay, that's all. Mostly I have done an execute and Yes, that's done. Okay. Or else you can just use after 1 minute. It's a for loop inside it's going to. Okay, fine. This is the script overall. Okay, now we will just check the script. Okay, it should work. Okay, if it did work also, we'll try to troubleshoot it. No worries. In 1 minute, this is my instance to write. Did I say this user or not? So this record is empty, right? For this record, no attachments were there currently. This is my instance 2. Now I'll go to my instance 1. I'll just save this business rule. Okay. Okay, this is my business rule done. I'll just make it a format code. So I kept like whenever there is an update, see after update and correlation is not empty, then this advanced part will come and it is going to check all these conditions and do that execute. Now I will just go to my, so I'll just add an attachment. I'll now press testing it. Choose a file. I'll just save it. I'll just cross check on this table. So 4 it has come. We should run. Go to my this table. So we'll go to my instance 1 and I'll just check for this check status. Logs. I'm going to scroll down. Let's check with this. Created on a message content check stated. It didn't went into the loop itself. I'll just check whether it went here or not. Okay, 1 minute. gs.info enter attachment br loop. Okay, just for cross checking whether it is at least entering inside or not, so we can troubleshoot. Okay, I think whenever a field is changed or anything, then it is going to consider as an update. So as I kept the condition like when it is after update. Okay, I'll just change any value. I'll just save this test. Just check the log. 201, 201, 201. Yes, now it entered. 1 minute. I'll just even check. So it went directly into that logs, means last 4 attachments were there. For those 4 it was telling 201. Good. And if I'm going to check in my instance too, I'll just do a refresh. Wow, see, all we have attached here, all the 4 got attached. And that's how you can do. And how you can cross check is nothing but here also in this instance you have your attachment table, right? Core attachment list. Okay, so you all got attached in this instance too as well. Okay, that's how you can just do an attachment API. So before, why it didn't went into the loop is nothing but whenever there is any field change and when we do an update, it's then going to consider as an update. So as I kept in my condition like when to run after an update, so it didn't trigger at that time. Later when I have changed any field, then it considered as an update and you have done. Okay, thank you. And this is my script, you can just go through. This is the complete script. Okay, thank you.